This is not easy to admit. This really has been a struggle for me recently. So I have to just come out and face it, and hope that this is the first step to get over my issue. Okay. I am addicted to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I do not know how this all happened. It just became an overwhelming problem for me in recent months. Okay, that's a lie. I know exactly how this happened to me. But first, let's start with some backstory. With Xenoblade Chronicles 2 first released in December 2017, it took over my gaming life for at least 3 to 4 months. I fell in love with the characters and the story and thought that this was one of the best plot-driven games I've experienced in a while. Shortly after the game launched, I purchased the expansion pass. I did not care how involved the future installments would be, especially the bonus story content, but I knew I would enjoy it all the same. But as time continued through the year, I ended up building my PC and got involved with PC gaming. I tried making a different YouTube channel and live streamed from there occasionally, and got invested in multiple other Nintendo Switch games. Long story short, ADD kicked in and I wanted to play the next big game out there, which ended up being Octopath Traveler. However, in late September of that year, Monolith Soft released the highly anticipated Xenoblade Chronicles 2 story expansion, which turned out to be Torna the Golden Country. It was not until shortly after the release that I tried doing a Let's Play of the game. I wanted this to be the very first game that I would do a full Let's Play run through on my stream. I quickly realized though that doing this made me see playing the game was more of a task rather than just sitting in my living room and enjoying the game without any distractions. So, I ended up giving up on doing the full live stream of the game, but in doing so, I also gave up on finishing Torna. It was not until this summer that I decided that it was time for me to dedicate my gaming to finish Torna the Golden Country. And sure enough, I fell in love with this game all over again. It grabbed me instantly, and I immediately adored all the new characters introduced, as well as provided backstory to the already established ones. The biggest one being Jin. After my first run through of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it was not Rex or Pyra or Mithra or even Nia that has a huge following that I love most, but it was Jin that I found the most interesting and compelling character in the game. So having Torna follow Jin and offer insight of how he and Laura went through this epic adventure together, I was compelled to see what it was exactly that pushed Jin to become the tragic person he was in Xenoblade 2. So after several weeks, I finally finished the DLC, but then a burning question started to fester in my mind. How will I view the plot of the main game after knowing all the details and tragic events that led into locking Pyra in a glass coffin and compelling Jin to desire the eradication of the humans of Allrest? Just like any time you rewatch a movie after seeing its prequel, you will always find subtle hints or clues from the previous entry. And with that burning question, I dived back into my New Game Plus file for the main game. Very soon I started picking up all the subtle hints relating back to Torna, like how Hayes changed her name from Fanlanorn, and Mithra questioning why she did. Other moments that I felt more emotion was any scene that showed Jin and Laura together. Just knowing how much they cared for each other and all Jin wanted was to be with her again. But something that I really noticed this time around, was it really the best idea to isolate the Aegis from the world, with how the ending events of the DLC story impacted Allrest? These questions for the plot is what pushed me back into Xenoblade. But what is keeping me in the game is the desire to discover every single aspect of the history and lore of the entire world. Not only do I want to beat the main story again, but I want to complete 100% of the game. I want to know every blade and go through all their blade quests. I want to track each side quest and learn more about the people in these worlds. And I want to discover the changes from the titans that were present in both the main game and the DLC. I know this will not be easy, and that it will take a lot of time and luck to unlock each blade. But the amount of content and work that Monolith Soft has offered in this title deserves to be explored to its fullest. There are several other reasons why I cannot pull myself away from this game. The combat here is the most involved and satisfying system that I have experienced in a video game. There is so much that you have to pay attention to. How do we set up the driver combo? Which character can break the enemy? How can this lead into the rest of the party completing the driver combo? Each character has a different elemental blade. Which blade needs to attack first? And what is the best blade combo path that is available for me that has not been completed already? And when I am finally able to do a chain attack, what is the order of the blades that I have to use in order to maximize the combination for the highest damage possible? Yes, early on in the game, most people will see that auto attack will defeat your enemies and that you do not need to put much effort into it. But the combat is incredibly deep, and once you master it, it has one of the most satisfying feelings you get when you obliterate a powerful enemy by maximizing your combat skills is beyond compared to any game I have played. And with that, I want to grow my character strengths as high as they can, so I can eventually eliminate the super bosses in the game. I also heard the notion that there is a second ending to this game, where once you defeat every super boss and unlock most if not all the blades, there's a new ending for the player to enjoy. I have not seen what it is, or looked into to verify if this ending exists, just to save myself from spoilers, but that is definitely something I want to witness. There is also one other reason why I want to finish the game. Etika. We all know how he loved his waifus and everything, but Etika truly did love this game. So much so that he was even able to beat all the super bosses and get to this second ending of the game. And in honor of him, I want to complete this game as well. But anyways, thank you for watching this confessional video. The first path to getting over your problem is acceptance. Now that I have accepted that I have a problem, does this mean I'm going to move on and play other games? Short answer, no. My apologies to Damon, but I too did buy Fire Emblem Three Houses, and it has been staring at me ever since it released. It really is a game I want to get into and enjoy as well. Not only as an RPG fan, but also to have my first real experience in a Fire Emblem game. I will get into that game, and I'm sure that it will suck me in like it has with the rest of the world from what I've seen online. But I cannot give up on my sweetheart again, that is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This game is truly magnificent, and deserves so much more mainstream attention than it gets. Let's just hope maybe Monolith Soft is working up ports of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and X. And with that, thank you very much for listening to me rant about Xenoblade. It really is one of those games that is either truly enjoyed by people, or given no second thought. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share online. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more videos from us about Nintendo, please subscribe to the channel, and follow us on Twitter for video updates and thoughts from us about Nintendo gaming. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!